Throughout this week, I'm going to be sharing a number of stories from the Gospel of Luke, following up my dad's sermon from Sunday. And today it's from Luke chapter 5, verses 17 to 26, a passage where Jesus heals a man who has been paralyzed. One day, while he was teaching, Pharisees and teachers of the law were sitting nearby. They had come from every village of Galilee and Judea and from Jerusalem, and the power of the Lord was with him to heal. Just then, some men came, carrying a paralyzed man on a bed. They were trying to bring him in and lay him before Jesus. But finding no way to bring him in because of the crowd, they went up on the roof and let him down with his bed through the tiles in the middle of the crowd, in front of Jesus. When he saw their faith, he said, "Friend, your sins are forgiven you." Then the scribes and the Pharisees began to question, "Who is this who is speaking blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God alone?" When Jesus perceived their questionings, he answered them, "Why do you raise such questions in your hearts? Which is easier to say, 'Your sins are forgiven you,' or to say, 'Stand up and walk'? But so that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins," he said to the one who was paralyzed, "I say to you, stand up and take your bed and go to your home." Immediately he stood up before them, took what he had been lying on, and went to his home, glorifying God. Amazement seized all of them, and they glorified God and were filled with awe, saying, "We have seen strange things today." Well, this is quite a story. And one of the things I encourage you to do when you read the Bible on your own is really to use your imagination and try to visualize, try to picture as if this was a movie, what is taking place. And also put yourself in the position of different characters in the story, in the passage. So here you have the scribes and the Pharisees sitting there, listening, critiquing Jesus for anything that doesn't agree with their worldview or perspective. You have the crowd of people all trying to get near Jesus. You have Jesus in the center of the house, kind of the calm in the center of the hurricane. And then you have these four friends who believe with so much faith that if they just get their friend to Jesus, that Jesus will be able to help him. And they are not deterred or discouraged when they can't get anywhere near Jesus because of the crowd. So they go up on the roof and they start doing some unsolicited home improvements. Put yourself in the position of the homeowner. How would you feel if all of a sudden dust and dirt and ceiling tiles started dropping in the middle of your living room, and then you look up and here comes these guys lowering a guy on a bed right into the center of your house? How would you feel if you were him? But the bigger question is, how would you feel if you were the man on that bed who Jesus both heals and forgives? What a story he had to tell the rest of his life. And what a story and encouragement his friends received in knowing when we bring our friends to Jesus, we have no idea how God may change their life. Make sure you're praying for and inviting people you know to Jesus.